let's see. Everything's updated. Nothing looks the same. Da, da, da. Okay, here we are. I'll give us just a second. I'm going to send a quick message out on community. And
sounds good.
And then we will get started.
Oh,
I'm so excited about this.
Me too.
Okay. Hey, Michelle. Michelle is always going to be here with us. Always. So Adam has got, I didn't bring the containers in here with me.
That's okay.
I didn't bring any of the things in here with me because I knew you would have them. So I sent Adam a spring box, and there were some specific things that I wanted him to use, and it was a lot of stuff. So I was like, I think you can do 2 containers with it. And he was like, sure. So he's got this adorable Easter bunny, or I guess just a bunny. Spring bunny is what we'll call it.
There you go.
So it is so cute, and it's got the container on the bottom. He's already got it ready to work. And then I also sent him this wooden, it's the 6-inch wooden tapered box. We use this pretty frequently. It's just a good year-round box to use, makes a really pretty centerpiece. And I knew he was going to have extra greenery and florals. So I only listed 5 of this kit because it's a little more expensive, but you have to remember with it, you get enough product to do both of these containers. You get tons of greenery, lots of beautiful spring florals. So you're going to get that, and I'm going to post a link to it. There are only 5 of these kits available. And then I'm also going to go in and post the links to the individual products for people who don't necessarily want all of it. So you've got that option as well. So he is going to do both of these tonight, mainly because we couldn't work out another date to do anything. So he's going to get both of these done. And I'm going to make myself go away and make him big, and I will post the links. And if y'all have questions, feel free to ask them. One of us will answer. But I am going to give it to Adam. There you go.
Welcome, everyone. Glad to be here with Trendy Tree and all of you. So our first project we're going to work on is this wonderful container. You could use this, again, like Ashley said, for any season. It's not just for spring or everyday decor. Unless you want it to be for everyday decor as well. You could put like a moss ball in it and put it on the shelf and call it home decor. It's just a great overall sturdy container. I love it. We use this back in fall as well. Put some pumpkins and some greenery in it, and it made an excellent centerpiece. Same thing for Christmas or winter, or now we're coming into spring as well as summertime. You can absolutely use this. This would be perfect. Actually, you could whitewash this very easily. I
was just fixing to say, the great thing about that being wood is you
can
do anything you want to do to it.
That's right. You can paint it. You could whitewash this for 4th of July. Take some watered down acrylic paint with a chip brush and whitewash it, and put your red, white, and blue florals or different sprays that are glittered into it. That would be perfect for your 4th of July entertainment on your table, and you'd be good to go. So I went ahead and pre-did some things. So all I did was took some green styrofoam that you'll find this at a lot of your local craft sections. I just happened to have a bunch of it on hand, so I wanted to go ahead and do this and the bunny because it sounds horrendous on the camera. So this part, I just dipped it into some glue, some floral glue. You can use a Gorilla Hot Glue. Make sure that it's a high temperature glue. And then I used a skewer in the center to make sure it goes all the way down and connects the 2 pieces of foam, and then just cut that off. And then first thing we're going to do before we get with our florals is Ashley and the team sent me this gorgeous ribbon. We're going to categorize it as ribbon. It's not wire, but you can loop it. It's moss. It's gorgeous.
That is the one thing that is not in the kit.
Okay, so.
But I will post the link.
This is amazing. I love it. You can use this and weave this into a garland. You can, you know, if you want to do a window display, weave it with some fishing line. But we're actually going to attach it to the outside of the box to give it kind of like a mossy, kind of outdoors cottage almost feel to it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this tag. And since the box is wood, I'm going to just use a staple gun. And we are going to staple it close to the edge here. And then you can hide the mechanics if you see the staple with some extra moss that you might have on hand. And we're just going to staple it all the way around. Love this. This gives it a nice, fun texture. Kind of makes it feel like, I don't know, like those mushrooms and fairy type things. That's what I think of when I thought of this.
And that was everywhere at market. Mushrooms on everything.
Yes. Very woodsy, very fairy-like. And then we're just gonna cut this at an angle to match the box. And then you have plenty enough to use. You can also take a piece of styrofoam and say that you wanted kind of like a natural, you know, you didn't want to put anything in a container. You could take some floral foam, cover this floral foam, say this was floral foam, cover it like a base and stick floral pins in it, and then stick your flowers down into it, and it looks like it's growing out of grass, and you could use it as like a table centerpiece with some bunnies or some chicks or some fairy statues for the spring. There's lots of possibilities with this moss ribbon. I love it.
Well, I'm proud I sent that to you. You're full of ideas.
Yes, I love it. All right. So we're going to restaple that one. Just like this. Super easy, right? And that one doesn't like me, so we're going to redo that one. No worries.
I would have never thought to use that way.
You know how you like see those old like containers or even actually, I know it's a little morbid, but you know, like at Halloween time, you think of cemeteries and you think of like the green kind of algae growing on the planters. That's what I was thinking.
Of course, it was a Halloween idea.
Of course. Why not use it for spring? Because spring got all that greenery and moss.
So
this is
Taylor's still up here with me tonight. He took that new roll of moss, like this rolled like ribbon, and stapled it around. Come look at this. They can't see you, but they can hear you. He stapled it around the top of that container.
That's all I did.
That's neat. I would have never thought about that. We're impressed.
We're not crafters.
We're not crafters.
That's cool.
Now all I'm doing is taking this lovely kind of airy bush and I'm kind of breaking it down into pieces just to give us a nice greenery base first. I made one of those go flying. These are what I call pusher stems, so you can push them at any level. And the stems that I'm working with are going to be this kind of long, wispy one. And then we're going to use this, I call them like daisies, but I'm sure they're probably listed as something else. And it's got beautiful pinks, and like a white with some yellow. And
I think that one is a daisy bush.
Yes. So I automatically thought spring wildflower when I thought of it. So we're just going to dip this greenery into some glue. And just let it be wild, like you would find it out in nature. Remember, this is not a perfect look. You want it to look like you just brought it in from outside and it was growing like a weed, but instead they're beautiful flowers. And then we're going to did I lose it? Where did I put it? Oh boy, it's like me losing my scissors. If it's there, it is. If my scissors are not attached to me, I'm looking all over the place. Another one. Look at that already. Just with the greenery alone, you could fill this all with greenery and put it as everyday decor for like your coffee table. Maybe add a bird's nest into it.
Oh, we just got some. We have been completely sold out of bird nests, which is a strange thing to sell out of, but we just got 2 styles in that are so cute.
Simple, like you could keep going and keep adding greenery and maybe some small flowers if you wanted to keep it simple. That's what Ashley and I just said. You can keep this box for any season and any purposes, really. You could use this for a wedding, and make a little basket as a wedding gift. So now we're going to take our big floral stem, and you're going to be able to get several pieces off of this. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to break this down even more.
That has a lot on it.
This has a lot on it, yes. So there is 2.
Lynn, is it the link for the kit or is it one of the product links? I'm trying to figure out which link isn't working. Because I went and looked, and on my end it looks like they're working. So I want to send it to you personally to make sure you get the link that you need. You can just let me know which one you're trying to click on. Technology is great till it's not.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100% on that. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces out of that one stem, guys. So we're really getting your bang for your buck here, okay? And we're just gonna
Will you go to Facebook on your phone and go to the video and
manipulate it.
Yes, I'm sorry.
And we are just gonna work our way around. And don't be afraid to bend and mold these branches. They're wired, so.
Sorry, I know you hear yourself in the background.
No, it's all good.
Checking these links. They're working on my end. So I'm not sure why they're not working for Lynn. Those little daisies are so cute.
They are adorable. I like the different shades and stuff that come in it.
There was a lot of peach for spring.
A lot of, yes. Well, you know, peach is a shade of orange, so
Yes.
absolutely.
And oranges are all shades of orange, even oranges that you think are fall colors. We saw them everywhere with pinks.
Yes, pink.
So,
Pink and orange are a hot, trendy color right now.
yes. Yes, Lynn. Try again when the live is over and see if they'll work. If you still can't get it to work, if you will email info@trendytree.com, I will email you back with the links to everything.
And I'm just bending and shaping as I go. I'm putting some higher, some lower.
You just make that look so easy. And then when I do it, it looks like a whole hot mess.
So I'll give you a little peek of it.
It's very pretty.
Yes, very simple. Something that any of you guys can do and mimic. Make it your own.
We also just got in a ton of flocked bunnies and snails.
Love
Those
it.
would be really cute in there as well.
Absolutely. You could stick a little flocked bunny, you know, nestle it down in here, or even a little snail like he's coming off from out of it, tucked it, you know, coming out. And I think I'm gonna to stop there, and I'm going to add on off to the side here later. I don't have anything with me, but if you look on Trendy Tree, you can find, I'm sure they have some birds or, like she said, some bunnies.
We've got bunnies and snails. We've got some beautiful butterfly pics. You could add some butterflies in there. They're still really popular. We have some bees that are cute.
Ooh, bees would be adorable in this as well.
We may have some ladybugs.
Ladybugs. So I left an opening, as you can see, right in there to house like either a bird's nest, or you could either put a little fairy statue here. Make sure that the bottom of the fairy statue is super saturated with glue and adhere it to the foam. And then if you wanted to, you could add some beautiful ribbon in it, like a couple of loops into it. But I'm going to keep it very airy and very much natural, like you would find this growing out in the garden. And there you have it. Super simple. You can go back in later and cover the foam that you see with some moss. You can find that at Trendy Tree as well. It can be any color moss. You could even put some like a pink moss or, you know, a gray moss down in there just to give it some depth. And there you have it, something beautiful for your table or dining room table, coffee table, or even as a gift. You can give this as a gift for Mother's Day is coming up. May's around the corner, guys.
That it is.
So I'll set that off to the back. And now let's do our bunny.
I'm so excited about this.
I'm excited about this bunny. I know me and you, Ashley, are like, oh my God.
I love that bunny.
I love bunnies at springtime. I don't know what it is. It's not just an Easter thing, but I love bunnies at spring.
Carrie loves a bunny. She would buy every bunny that we ever saw anywhere.
So when you mentioned flocked bunny, I was like, oh my God, I love those like neon ones or those big colorful ones.
We have it with them in pastels and in the bright colors. We have them in every size and every shape imaginable.
Love them. So shop those bunnies, people. Add them to your arrangements, or take this, a cute basket like this, how I have like a little sleeping cat statue in it, and put one of those bunnies in it with some greenery from Trendy Tree. Done. You don't have to go extremely overboard for your spring decor. You can keep it simple.
That cat is very realistic looking.
Don't you love it? Yeah.
I do. Honestly, I'm very scared of cats.
Are you?
I am scared of cats.
Aw.
They freak me out a little bit.
They're a little independent and kind of mischievous, so I can see where you point.
Yes.
I grew up with both dogs and cats, so.
I'm a dog person.
You're a dog person? All right. What kind of dog? I know we're getting off subject here, but.
Well, I have Australian Shepherds.
Gorgeous.
So, yes, I love my babies. There were 3. We did have 3 in the house until we had pigs, and I know people are gonna be so upset. But our oldest one, our female, she was very moody with the baby, and so we put her and her baby daddy outside together. And they are loving it outside. They have adjusted well, and she is honestly not even the least bit aggressive anymore now that she's out. So it's been a good change for her, because she growled at the baby and she had to go out because we can't have that.
No, I hear that. That's with any animal, really.
Yeah, we can't be biting the babies.
No, absolutely not. So I just broke down that kind of wild daisy bush that has all the colorful berries and little florals. This is one of my favorite bushes to use. You can use this right now for Valentine's, so grab it now while it's hot.
It is. It's so wispy and airy. I really love that one.
And I'm just bending and shaping. I got several stems out of one pick. So we're gonna make your money go far with these picks and sprays.
I remember the first time I went to market, I didn't really know how to look at, like, I would have never thought, okay, how many pieces can you get out of this? Because I don't guess I even knew that you took them apart. I guess I thought they just stayed one big piece.
Most people do. They look at it and go, oh, wow, how am I gonna?
But now I have learned to look and see exactly how many times can you break this down and use it.
Yes. See, you're starting to get a designer's eye.
I'm starting to figure it out.
That's right. Now, how cute would this look on your door or even on the wall?
And that one would even be cute over your fireplace, over your mantle.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I'm trying to remember the size of it. Let me look. It's not tiny.
No, it's not.
By any means.
No, it's not.
It's 25 inches top to bottom.
Yep, you are correct. Looking on my mat, checking it on my mat here. So it is a very decent size for the money that you are getting for this. And it is grapevine, and the grapevine is done with some wire into it. So it's sturdy, it's not going to break on you. And all I did was took some floral foam and I wired it into the container. And then just use your moss and pack it around the foam so it looks like, you know, moss is kind of sticking out from it and growing out from it. All right, so we have that just done, and look how gorgeous that looks just with that one stem in it.
I love those. I
Love
love
it.
those little flowers.
Now here comes these gorgeous ranunculuses. They're a beautiful shade of pink. They almost have just a slight touch of peach to it. I love them. They're on trend for the season and for the year, the Pantone color of the year.
Ranunculus is one that we cannot keep in stock. They sell so quickly.
They're gorgeous. I could see why. And you can also use ranunculus. Look at me, I can't even, my tongue's tied. You can use ranunculuses even for winter and for fall. You can find them in deeper colors or muted colors. And this is my main flower, basically, is these ranunculuses. But I wanted to add some color by using the other spray to incorporate something a little more festive and bring in some more color other than just the pink.
Miss Jeannie, I have to let spell check help me with it sometimes. She said she had to learn how to spell it.
Oh,
Don't
ask me to spell it now. I couldn't tell you.
It is a mouthful of letters.
It is a mouthful of letters. You have got that right. Listen, when I was a florist years ago working in the floral shop, there are some names of some flowers that I'm like, how do you even spell that?
Sometimes I look at them and I'm like, how do you even say that? What is that?
Now I've broken this down, so I'm using the main flowers, which are the ranunculuses first, and then all the other greenery that I've separated from each stem, I'm going to go back in and add. And I'm just picking this up and kind of looking at it to make sure it's nice and symmetrical. Okay, let's take a poll. How many of you guys like pastels for spring and Easter, and how many like bright colors for spring and Easter? I'm going to give you my answer. I like bright colors for Easter and spring. What say you all out there? What do you guys like? What do you guys use or decorate with for spring and Easter?
Miss Jeannie likes pastels.
Okay.
Susan says she likes both. I like bright colors.
Okay.
Carrie likes both.
Carrie likes both.
I like pastels.
Taylor likes pastels.
Pastels, okay.
I always like bright colors.
All right, so we got a nice mix. All right.
Susan, another Susan likes both.
Okay.
Peggy likes pastels.
We got a lot of pastels, a lot of brights too,
Yes.
a little bit of both.
We have the bunnies and snails we were talking about when we were pulling them out and counting them and stuff and looking at the colors. In the bright colors, which I know this seems weird, but in the bright color box, there's a black. And that, because black and white is so popular right now,
Yes.
to begin with, I was like, what in the world? What in the world? For Easter? But the more we've looked at it, it may be my favorite.
Yes. Adding just a little touch of black into any season is trendy and on point. Black is one of those, it's never going to go out of style. It's styleless, and just the ever so little bit of it can make a huge difference in your overall design. All right, so now we're going to go back and add our pieces of greenery from our ranunculus. And this is another basket that I'm making very airy. I like all the airy texture. And that's what's great about these different bushes, because they bring in so many different texture elements to the design, and that's what brings it to life.
I love the colors.
Aren't they? Yeah. Don't you like the, here, I'll turn it around so everyone can see it so far. Don't you like that little, just a little pop of color mixed into there with the pink? It ties it all together.
That yellow is really standing out.
Yeah, those little dots of a little yellow. Yes, and purple. Gotta have purple.
Yes. Very pretty.
I love that it's got the berries into it. Something that the birds at springtime would go and pick and take to their little birdies.
Yes. Speaking of purple, I think purple is going to be the color for Christmas.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of purple. So I've had some other
a lot of purple.
I've seen some other people go to market, and I have seen purple and silver.
Yes, lots.
Purple and silver. I personally, I think it's more what, lavender? Did you guys more see like a lavender purple?
Yes, it was the lighter purple.
Yeah, I'm used to like royal purple at Christmas time with like gold and like.
Yes. It was very different. It was really pretty, just not a color that I would think about for Christmas.
Christmas, yeah.
And then of course the jewel tones.
Oh yes, my favorite.
I love the jewel tones.
I like mixing red, green, blue, purple, gold, and silver all together. It gives it a very classic Christmas vibe.
I know it's crazy to talk about Christmas, and
I know we just got done with it, and here we are talking about
it.
Before you know it, it'll be May, and May starts Halloween and fall season all over again.
Yes, it does.
And then July rolls around, and we're bam at Christmas again.
I know. It does not take long.
No, it does not. All right, how many of you out there love yellow and black for spring and really into the big trendy bee stuff? Who out there likes all the bumblebees? We have any bumblebee lovers out there?
Carrie loves a bumblebee. We're actually working on a bee kit right now, just one for our website. But I'm going to tell you what's difficult for me about bees. The yellows are never the same color.
No, they're not.
And you may not be able to tell it as much when it's completed. But when I'm sitting here looking at all of it laying on top of each other on my desk, I'm like, no, that will not do. So I have worked and I have walked away, and I have worked and I have walked away. So in the morning, I will list the bee kit. It will be done. Maybe.
Maybe. Big maybe.
Yes.
So,
I think he said he had that styrofoam wired.
Yes, I do. I have the styrofoam wired into the basket. I just used a floral wire that was taped with floral tape, and then I just wired it into the basket, and then I used some moss around it to, make it secure and hide any greenery that would show through the front of the basket. As you can see, some of the moss is sticking out to give it more of that, earthy feel. And all I'm doing is I am doing a can't even talk tonight, guys, listen to me. I'm doing a 3-loop bow. And we're just gonna add that in here. So I chose the kind of peachy pink color cabana stripe ribbon. It's a 1.5, it's wired. They also sent me this gorgeous floral print that is beautiful that I'll use on a different project. Look at that, it's got yellow and the greens. It's gorgeous.
Very pretty.
And so all I did was do my 3 loops, and I'm going to take my wire and twist it to make like a pick.
The cabana stripe ribbon has been really popular.
It's versatile for just about anything. I have a couple of
pretty.
I have a couple of colors myself in my stash that I have that I keep on hand. One of the biggest ones I have is the black and white one.
Yes.
Because just adding just a touch of that and mixed into your ribbons makes a huge statement piece. And we're just going to wire that down in there. I'm going to use my pliers so I don't burn my hands with the glue. Because Lord knows I've done that too many times.
I'm going to tell you, there is nothing that hurts any worse than hot glue on your fingers.
Woo! Then I will go ahead and dovetail these. And then I just crimped the ribbon to make it look like it's cascading over. And then I'm going to take some of this greenery bush here, and we're just going to fill in very close to what I call like the root of the flower, so the very bottom of the foam there, with this deeper green color. And that will bring it to life as well. Now
That's a good bush.
It is a very good bush. It's nice and full, and you can get multiples out of it. Multiples. Now, once I add this green and I hold this up, you're going to see a huge difference in how much it brings it to life and gives it a nice pop with all the other florals into it. Now, for those people that are into decorating your bunnies, into adding like bows at their ears or at the collars, you can more than welcome to take a 1/7, 1/8 inch ribbon and give her a little bow tie at the top of her head here, where the 2 ears meet, and snip one of the flowers off and hot glue it to the center of the ribbon. That's cute. That's another thing you can do to give it a little personal touch.
Just so pretty.
Isn't it? I'm loving this basket, guys. If you don't purchase them, you're nuts. Just
yes. So cute.
This would be great for Mother's Day as a gift. I could see, I know Mother's Day people associate with purple. You could do purples and yellows, and maybe a touch of blue with that. for. I know some people don't think of red for spring, but you know, that's another pretty color. You can do primary colors for spring, so like red, yellow, and blue. That was a hot seller for me last year, actually.
I think people are migrating more towards red in the spring and summer. I say that because we got our super popular 60919 bush in
Yes, my favorite.
yesterday, day before yesterday, and the red. Well, the cream was the first one to sell out, but the red was next. Over all the pretty blues and pinks and all that. So I think red may be a big color this spring.
Yeah, so use it as a primary colors. So yellow, red, and blue work very well with one another. They complement each other on the color wheel. And don't be afraid to use, like I said, some bold colors. And if you're lost about color theory and what colors would go well, I'm going to teach you a secret. Go to your local craft store, go to your painting section, and there you'll find a paper color wheel that will help you break down like what colors would mix well with one another. And now remember, pink is a shade of red. You just add white to it. So what complements red would be orange, blue. It's going to be some of your complementary colors are going to be opposite of the color wheel. So like yellow and purple are opposite. So it could be a pastel purple with maybe a bright yellow to mix in it. Then you've got your tertiary colors, which are your colors after your secondary colors.
Actually, have a color wheel.
Do you? Look at you.
I'm posting the link to it right now. Now you don't even have to go out to get it.
That's right. Trendy Tree is
We are your one-stop shop.
That's right. Took the words right out of my mouth. Love it. So
I am impressed with your knowledge of the color wheel, though.
Yes. You know, being you know, I've always was an artsy fartsy, you know, kind of guy. Always was. So, you know, when I was in school and in art class, that was a big teaching. And then it really does help. It helps too. Like if you're gonna redo your house, like your paint colors, that's a big help to you. You know.
It is very true. I taught art, junior high art, for a couple of years.
Now, was I good at art? I could probably.
Well, I usually started the class by saying I'm probably the only art teacher you will ever have that cannot draw, but I can teach you fundamentals.
That's right. Yeah, I am definitely not a drawer. I cannot draw to save my life, but I mean, I can put things together and, you know, one thing that helped me when I was in this business is I'm a visual person. If I can see it in a picture, I can pretty much duplicate it pretty close. So don't be afraid to try, so many people like me and Ashley were talking a while back, you know, so many people are afraid to fail. It's okay to fail. That's how you get better.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful.
And it's finished. All I'm going to do later is, you know, fill in the back of it to make sure that it's, you know, with some foam, not foam, but some moss so you don't see the back of it. Obviously, you're not going to see the back of it hanging on a wall or a door, but absolutely look how cute.
I love that.
All the different berries and the other little bright flowers into it. I highly recommend you guys get this. You guys are going to love this. And like I said, you can put
honestly has so much stuff in it. I mean,
it does.
It has a ton of stuff. Michelle, I just saw where you placed 2 orders, and I will combine those and refund your shipping.
Woo! Yay!
Her name just popped up, and I was just looking at it. So,
yay, Michelle! You are gonna love this. Thanks for purchasing this. I'm so glad that we've inspired you. Both Trendy Tree and myself inspired you to. You know, make this. We can't wait to see what you make out of this.
Yes, I love it. And it's got so much stuff in it, so many different things, till you can definitely put your own twist on it.
Absolutely. You can
So
take this. So instead of keep adding greenery like I did, you could add Trendy Tree. You guys have some of those. I'm blanking. Those curly Q picks that we used
yes,
on for Valentine's Day.
yes,
There's some pink ones, and you could throw some black and white polka dot ones in here. You know, make it fun and whimsical. I'm actually kind of left this spot kind of open. I have like a egg that I can stick in there, a larger egg.
and we've got bags of eggs. We've got the new bird nests that just came in that have the little eggs in them.
Absolutely. Butterflies or dragonflies, I think you said,
Yes.
would look cute, kind of nestled, look like it's humming over it.
So cute.
Or
This
if you want
may for real be my favorite thing you've ever done.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you guys like this. I love it. You could take that dragonfly and hot glue it to the little ear here. I mean, there's all kinds of things. Don't mind my kitty cat. She's nosy. But yeah, I think you guys are going to love this kit.
Yes.
I'm so thankful that you guys are enjoying it. And thank you, Michelle, again for purchasing 2. You're going to love it. Here's the bunny again. And then I'll show you the little container that we did. And there's our little wood container.
Love it. Love both of those.
Yes. And again, don't be afraid to, think outside the box with that moss ribbon. It looks discouraging at first, but I've given you guys plenty of ideas, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with this moss ribbon. I'm so excited to see what you guys do.
Gary said she needs that for her house. I said, don't worry, you can buy it on his Etsy shop tomorrow.
That's right, yeah. And I can do it in many colors, Carrie.
So, all right, we are done a little early. Thank goodness. It's not
so
late
we can all
today.
go eat, right?
Yes, we can all go eat. Don't forget to send me pictures when you get them. I know you've got some stuff to finish up.
Yes.
So just get me those pictures and I will add those to the listings with the link to the little tutorial. And we are going to head out, guys. Y'all have a great Wednesday evening. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, everyone.